Don't forget to click that subscribe and bell icon to receive a notification each time I upload a new video. Hi everyone, it's Mike here and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I'm going to introduce you to a new product which I will be launching in May. God, the year just seems to be going so quickly, doesn't it? But it's something which I've been wanting to do for quite some time, just never got around to it. I've had other priorities, and then I just thought, last time I went to get to do some laser cutting, I thought, right, I'm going to do them today. So these are them. So we now have some ATCs, some wooden Medite ATCs. So let me turn over to my overhead camera and explain what I'm going to be doing today. So this is my tub of cast resin pieces. When I do some casting with my polyresin, I don't always use everything that I cast, and the leftovers get thrown into here for other projects. So there's all sorts of stuff in here, from cogs to skulls to cherubs to ladies' faces to little rosettes and flowers and kind of industrial pieces, and I'm left over with lots and lots of little pieces that you can use as kind of infills for assemblage mixed media canvases, or you can just accumulate them like I've done. So what I thought I would do is, using the new Medite MDF ATCs, which are these, and obviously they are the 2.5 by 3.5 inches, obviously laser cut with nice little rounded corners. They're a real good kind of solid substrate to work on, so I thought I would do some mini mixed media pieces today. If you want to, I don't want to blow my own trumpet, but mini mixed media masterpieces, there you go. Just using leftovers from my polyresin. So I've already laid out 6, and there you go. So that's what they look like. They're not glued down yet. They're just laid out. They're loose, so they do just come straight off, look. So what I've done is I've gone through my resin collection, pulling out pieces, and then just seeing what kind of fits onto the ATCs. Don't normally do 3D or dimensional ATC, so this is going to be a first. So what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and keep them to one kind of layer apart from this one. So this is one of the new or one of the pieces from the Queens of Steam Finnabair mould that I did last week, but it's the perfect size to fit on one of those ATCs, but you can't really get anything else round it. So I'm going to add just a little flat label to the front of that, and that's the only one that's going to have 2 layers. All the rest of them are all going to have single layers. But what I want to do is just add some texture into the background of those ATCs first. Now, before I started doing this, I set these all out. I laid them all out how I want them to be, and then I took photographs of them as they are now, just using my phone, so that I didn't forget, or wouldn't forget, just popping those resin pieces away, so I wouldn't forget what pieces went on which one. But I will put these just to one side in 6 kind of separate piles, and I've fixed my chair so it's no longer squeaking, which I'm sure you're grateful for. I know I am, because it just doesn't make a sound at all now. It just needed tightening up, so that's what I've done. Anyway, so I want to add some background texture, and I thought I would also use then the new Damask stencil, which again is also being launched at the start of May. Monday the 2nd is when it will start shipping. So this will start shipping on Monday the 2nd, along with the ATCs and also those MDF clock faces. Yeah, I know, I've already painted one. I needed to do one just for the photography for the website. So there you go, that's what it looks like when it's got a little bit of copper paint on and some of that verdigris. It looks lovely. So I'll have to think of something to use for that next. So yes, so the ATCs will be launching, available for pre-order now, so they'll be on the website now. And I might even use 1 or 2 photographs from these just to show you as like a serving suggestion kind of thing. So let's go ahead and get started. So I need to clear this off and add some texture paste using the stencil onto these ATCs. So let me clear this and I'll be right back. Okay, so all I've done is I've just added a little bit of low tack stencil tape just to the back of those ATCs. That was supposed to just stop them from moving. There we go, just give it a bit of a rub. That's it. It's only while I'm adding the texture paste, I don't want them to move. So I'm just going to, I'll have to do it in 2 stages. So I'll grab my texture paste, and I'll have a spatula. I'm actually running out of texture paste. So all I'm going to do is just add a bit of texture in the background. And I'm not bothered if it's grungy, I'm not bothered if it's scrappy. It's just, like I said, background texture. So just turn it that way and I can get some of that over this side. That will do for that bit, so I can lift that up. If it goes under a little bit, I'm not too bothered. And then I can just scrape some more down on this side. We really are scraping the bottom of the barrel now. Some would say I've been doing that for years. See if I can get a little bit more. Oh, I've gone, put my finger in that bit, look. Just lift that off there and just see if I can. There we go. Just reinvigorate that. That'll do. Right. I'm going to go away, clean my spatula, my stencil, leave those to dry, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so I've just dried those off quickly because, you know, ain't nobody got time to be watching paint dry. So I'm just going to peel the back off. Okay, so they should now just all fall apart. There we go. Perfect. So we've got some nice texture going on in the background there. They're upside down. See, I can tell when they're upside down. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to quickly give them all a coat of white gesso this time. Not black, but white. And the last one that I did, that's clear. I don't want that. I want white gesso. Where is it? There it is. Okay, so I'm going to use indigo blue white gesso good. This is an older pot because I've now changed the labels. I just haven't got to the end of mine. So they're all just going to get just a coat, a quick coat of white gesso. And this is a fairly softish brush. I'm not using a stiff bristle brush. And I'm just going to go around in circles just to make sure that I get between all the texture. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so that's one done. I shall go away and do the rest. And I'll see you in a little while. Okay, so they're all painted and dried, and I'm just going to go around the edges just with an emery board, just to kind of remove any of that texture paste that's overhanging the edges. So a real quick, just a quick file, just with an emery board. Just tidy up. You could do this at the end if you wanted to, but I just wanted to do it now. It literally doesn't take any longer than like 2 minutes. Okay, so there's our, or my, ATCs all ready to go. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start gluing the pieces onto the ATCs. So, but I'm just for speed and ease, I am going to use the hot glue gun. So that's the first one. I've got the hot glue gun just percolating away nicely here. So I'll just add, if I had the luxury of time, which I don't, like I did on Saturday when the canvas that I made took me nearly 5.5 hours. There we go. Of course I will get strings from the glue, but that's okay, don't mind that. Try and avoid it where possible. And then we've just got a little bit on the back of the cherub. I want to try and get that cherub so it looks as though it's leaning on that moon. There we go. Okay, so they're done and dry. This is the beauty of doing it that way. So they're not going to fall off now. So what I'll do is I'll go away and stick all the other pieces onto my ATCs. So you've got that nice kind of texture in the background as well. It shouldn't take me too long to do all 6. Particularly when some of them are only a couple of pieces. This is a very, very hot glue gun. And to coin a phrase, it done half pen and ink. And if you're not familiar with Cockney rhyming slang, that means it smells a little bit. Right, that's 2 done. I will away and do the rest. Okay, so I'm hoping that's kind of focused. Let's just make sure. That's probably better. There we go. So all 6 are now stuck and glued down. And like I said, I'm only using the glue gun for speed and ease. Right, so I'm now going to cover all 6 with a coat of white gesso again. Just to kind of unify any of the colours of the resin and also give them a little bit more of a tooth in which to accept colour, which is going to be my next layer. And I'm jabbing the paint in to make sure that it gets right into all the kind of little nooks and crannies that I can. Okay, so there's the first one. So So I'll go away and do all of the others. Now, some of these darker ones may need a second coat, but I'll let you know when I get back. Okay, so all been gessoed to within an inch of their lives. So the darker ones have had a couple of coats extra, just to kind of knock that darkness back again. Don't know whether I mentioned, so the thickness of the Medite is 2000 micron, so it's fairly substantial stuff and will take a lot of heat and a lot of battering, so you can use them for creating fairly substantial projects on. Okay, so we're now ready to add some colour. Now normally what I would do is I would spritz colour over these, and I'm not going to do that today. I've got a collection of metallic paints here, ranging from metal metallics to coloured metallics, if you know what I mean. So I've got a metallic red, and I've got a metallic green in here somewhere. It's upside down. There we go. So metallic greens, and I've got metallic blues. There's a nice kingfisher blue one there, which is metallic. Is Merlin metallic? Yes, that's an even deeper kind of petrol blue, which is beautiful. But I've also got metal metallics. So we've got brass, we've got copper, and the silver, copper, gold, sorry, copper, brass, silver. Is there a gold in here? There should be a gold in here. Or are they all brasses? Because I like the brass more than I like the gold, but Ian tends to steal all my golds. No, I think they're all brasses, which is fine. I don't actually want to use metal metallics as base colours. I want to use coloured colours. So there's another metallic blue. That's called Sleeping Beauty, which is more of a Prussian blue. Let's just bring those down there. I think the Merlin is probably too similar to the Kingfisher to use, but it's different enough for the Prussian blue. So what else have we got? Dragonfire, so which is kind of like an orangey terracotta, but not quite copper. What else we got? Kissing Frogs, which is kind of an olive green, but that's metallic again. So there's 6 colours there. So we've got 2 greens, 2 reddish, and 2 kind of blues. So that's what I'm going to do, is I'm going to paint those all with the metallic paints now. So I'll start off, I think, with the darkest colour, which I think should be that Sleeping Beauty blue. So let's just take that lid off, grab a paintbrush. Now I'm just going to use a small flat paintbrush for this one. Okay, so let's pick up some of that lovely kind of metallic-y paint. And you can already start to see the sheen coming on those. I'm going to get right in. I'm not going to spritz with water. I want to get a decent coat of all of this on. So the first base layer is going to be metallic. Okay. Make sure I get on the sides. So that's the first one. So I'll just quickly give that a blast with the heat gun. And you'll start to see the shine come through. You can see the shine, but I need to give it a second coat. I want all of them to have 2 coats. Keep dipping into the lid just so I don't waste it. Now, of course, these are acrylic paints, which means that they are permanent when dry. If I'd used, for example, some of the Indigo Blue Luscious powders, they're not permanent when dry. They're reactivate. You can reactivate them with water. And that's not what I wanted to do today. I just wanted to do all metallic. Right, okay, so you can see that now. I'm hoping that the camera's not reacting badly because it's blue, because it does sometimes with blue lights. It's like when you see blue LEDs on a TV screen. They look odd. Can't handle the blue for some reason. So that's the first layer. So what I'm going to do is I will wash my brush, clean up, and I will continue to paint all the others in these colours that we've got here. So we've got two blues, 2 sorts of greens, and 2 kind of reddishy colours. I don't think there is another metallic orange colour, no, apart from rose gold, and that's too much like copper. Okay, so let me clean up, tidy up, do the others, and then I'll be right back. Okay, I'm just going to jump back in again. So I've just painted the bird's skull one with the Kissing Frog green. Yeah, you can see the shine on it there, but it may look green on camera, but it's a bit too gold for my liking. So I'm going to change my mind on that one. I'm going to swap it and use Raven Black, which is a metallic black, almost like hematite kind of colour. So like a shiny charcoal colour. So yeah, I'm going to dry that one off, or leave that to dry, and then I'm going to start on one of the others. Look at that one, that's the Kingfisher Blue one. That's gorgeous. So I shall do that, and then I'll be back. Okay, so I changed my mind. I decided on the second coat of that Kissing Frog, the metallic came through a lot more. And it is kind of greeny, limey greeny. So I decided to keep it. Instead, I decided to do that one in the metallic black. Look at the shine. But the best one, I think, is absolutely, has to be, hands down, this one. I mean, that's the Kingfisher Blue. It's absolutely stunning. So I'm going to leave these to dry for a little bit. Well, they're still a bit warm because I have used the heat gun to dry the paint a little bit. It's lunchtime for me, so I'm going to go grab some lunch, and then when I come back, I've got my luster waxes out, and I'm going to do 3 in gold and 3 in silver. Okay, I'm back from my lunch. So we're going to put those 3 to one side for now. And these are the 3 that I'm going to do in silver. So this is the Sizzix Luster Wax. I've got two brushes, one for gold and one for silver, so I'll just pick up that silver on there, and then I can just start to pick up So it's picking up that lovely damask pattern as well. So we'll have that, and then we'll put the silver on here too. Now you may not be able to see the highlights on this one quite as much because the light is already reflecting off it. Lovely. This one's going to be the interesting one. I knew this moon would be interesting. So I'm picking up the detail on the damask. Just lightly dusting. Now there is a string in there. I thought we'd got rid of them all. There we go. It's not a string, it was a hair. It's a hair from the brush. Lovely stuff. Like that. Okay, so I'm going to swap brushes. And then bring these three down, and these we're going to do with the gold. So this is my gold brush. So the gold and the red I think works really, really well. The last mixed media canvas that I did do, the larger one, well, I say larger, it was 6 inches, was predominantly red and gold. I wanted to kind of get that feeling of an old picture frame where they have the red oxide underneath the gilt. Yes. Just have a little bit of that gold around the edge. There are a couple of strings I've missed, but hey ho. Love the damask detail. Love it. Okay, so let's see what it looks like on this Steam Queen. Like it. Got a headdress. Never realised there was a bird up there. Yes. That looks absolutely fantastic. I'm very, very pleased with that. Lovely jubbly. Okay, so let's see what we're like on this kingfisher. Let's just move those to one side. And I'm just brushing lightly. That's a Mr. Bentley just got out of bed, even though it is nearly 2 o'clock in the afternoon. He has been up already. We've been out for our WLK this morning. Hello, sweetie pie. There we go. Look at that. Absolutely fantastic. I love the kind of surface shimmer. Look at the difference. Beautiful. Right, let me have a quick tidy up. Okay, so had a bit of a tidy and a clean up. As you can see, just look at the shine on those now. You can actually see the light just playing off those. That Kissing Frog one, which I wasn't all that enamoured with, just look at the shine now on there. That colour's coming through really nicely. That was the Ruby Slippers metallic red paint with the gold. Picking up the detail rather lovely. That was the Dragon Fire, I think it was called. And that's got the silver on there. Now, one of the things which I haven't done just yet is just give them a buff. Now you can do this with a soft cloth afterwards, but I'm just using a little piece of tissue. I'm not rubbing really heavily. But you can see the difference. Look at the shine now. Absolutely love that with the silver. Because it's a skull, obviously it needs to be kind of lightish rather than the background. And then the black ones, so that was the Raven Black with gold. Look at that beauty, love it. And then the Kingfisher with the gold. Yeah, Look at the shine on the face. Oh, it's almost like a mirror. It's that shiny you can barely see the gold. It's just kind of like warm highlight. Absolutely beautiful. I love it. And then of course the Sleeping Beauty blue. So I am extremely happy. Let's have a look. Let's put the silvers together and then put the golds together. Yeah, I have to say I'm very, very happy with the way those six three-dimensional ATCs have worked out. So all I have to do now is just to put my ATC sticker on the back and number them, and we'll call these, I think, metallic minis. There we go. So I hope you've enjoyed watching me create these little mini mixed media pieces. It's a real mouthful. If you have, please remember to give the video a thumbs up, share the video with your friends, and if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel already, you can do so by clicking that button at the end of the video. And don't forget, these ATCs are on the website for pre-order now, as is the clock faces. 2 in a pack, 8 of the ATCs, but also that damask stencil. All 3 of those items are now ready and there for pre-order for shipping on the 2nd of May, Monday the 2nd of May. So that's it from me. I'll see you all again very, very soon. Bye for now. I'd like to say a huge thank you to all of my angels, because without you, these videos would not be possible. Thank you.